Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon, wherever you happen to be in the world. This is a really super quick hangout. I'm not going to drag this out for a huge period of time, but it's an important update to a story that I've covered over the last couple of days. On Friday last week, as I noted, the CCS quick charging ports, or rather the CCS high-powered quick charging stations capable of providing 150 kilowatts upwards, so between 150 and 350 kilowatts, were taken offline in many places around the world because the liquid-cooled cables that those charging stations used had a potential fault that was discovered, and so the manufacturer of those cables had said that it would suggest that all charging station providers that use these liquid-cooled cables for their 150 and 350 kilowatt CCS charge stations turn them offline to ensure that nobody was injured or anything else. Great news. Electrify America, which was the first of the charging networks to announce that it was temporarily turning off its sites, has now announced that these sites are going back on air. If you're interested, here goes the entire press release. For immediate release, rest in January 29th, 2019, Electrify America is restoring full capacity to its entire network after its high-power charging cable cleared extensive testing from the cable manufacturer. Out of an abundance of caution and at the recommendation of its supplier, a global Hubert & Schooner, a global supply leader of high-powered charging cable technology in the industry, Electrify America shut down many of the high-powered CCS chargers, 150 kilowatts to 350 kilowatts, in its network on Friday when the company and Hubert & Schooner investigated a potential safety issue. The recommendation from Hubert & Schooner came following an isolated event experience at a private test facility in Europe with an early prototype liquid-cooled cable similar to those installed on some of Electrify America's charging dispensers. The shutdown recommendation was issued by Hubert & Schooner to all customers using liquid-cooled cables worldwide. The safety of our customers is our highest priority. Extensive testing throughout the weekend and Monday shows that the cables have met all industry standards for use, and as a result, we are bringing our entire network back to full capacity, said Giovanni Palazzo, President and CEO of Electrify America. We thank customers for their patience as we work through this, as well as Hubert & Schooner for making this their top priority and resolving the issue with speed and the highest levels of technical expertise and professionalism. Although many of the high-powered CCS chargers, 150 to 350 kilowatts, were shut down following the notification of the potential safety issue, Electrify America was able to keep all 89 charging stations operational in some capacity, as some charging stations, in addition to the high-powered CCS chargers, have either CHAdeMO 50 kilowatt CCS or level 2 chargers, none of which were affected. So that is the entire thing. It's now come back online, and great news for those who have a CCS car and are looking to make a long distance trip. Now they will be able to charge at a higher power rate if their car supports it. So that will be, the Chevrolet Bolt is capable of just over 50 kilowatts. The Jaguar I-Pace is capable of more than 50 kilowatts, I believe. There are some other cars coming to market with 50 kilowatt capabilities, plus 50 plus kilowatt capabilities. There are not very many at the moment. All right, so let's just go and look at some of these messages in the chat room super quickly. This is why the supercharger network is better, says Jebediah. Well, some of the supercharger network does use liquid-cooled cables. I am led to believe, at least there was a trial of those for a while, but I think it's a little bit dangerous to point Tesla out as being better than the CCS charging technology when essentially they both rely on cables and they both rely on connectors. Yes, Tesla manufactures its own cables, or rather it is in control of the whole process from the design of the charging station through to the implementation in the vehicle. And so because it's got a complete control of that process, it can resolve issues as they appear more quickly. The other, obviously, advantage that the Tesla superchargers have over, say, many CCS charging stations or CHAdeMO's charging stations is that the charging stations themselves are built in a modular way, and so they are actually built of multiple DC chargers stacked on top of one another inside the unit, and thus if there is a problem with current, overcurrent, or there being a potential for that being an issue, then obviously the charging stations can ramp down the power as required to keep things running. So congratulations to Electrify America. Well done for getting that fixed. Congratulations to Hubert and Tuna for really turning this around in just a weekend, which is fantastic. You know, we had essentially 4 days where the network was operating at less than peak capacity. Electrify America is now back online. I assume that the other charging networks that use these same cables will also be going back online in a higher capacity. So I'm assuming that Fastned and Ionity will also be bringing their charging stations back online. So it's great news to see that these are back online. Let's not get into kind of this we're better, haha, you suck mentality, because frankly, it doesn't do any good to anybody. And frankly, if you spend all your time going around bashing other companies and saying, you know, my choice is better than yours, it doesn't necessarily make you out to be a particularly what's the word? It shows a lack of empathy, because there are people who use these charging stations. So it is important that you make sure that they are all being used, and that they are all being used to the maximum of their capacity. So that is great to see. I'm just looking at my phone. Someone is ringing me. I don't believe that is a something that I need to worry about.
After the tone.
There we go. Sorry about that. Where was I? So that's it. That's the fact that the charging stations are now back online. It is great news. And hopefully now, if you're making a long distance trip with a CCS car, then you will be able to charge at sensible rates. Not only a higher rate, says Adrian, but also if the other charger is occupied. Morning to the excellent TEAM. I see what you did there, Gavin. Good morning from the team. We actually do have more than one of the team in today. Erin is behind me. She's working. She's working. There you go.
Oh no.
This was part of the silly. This is your swag.
It's Kate's swag. It's Kate's swag.
So Bosch did this thing at CES. Yeah.
Kate came up to me here. Hold on. I still have the box. She came up to me because she was doing like the swag for the day, and was like, "You had the box." I was like, "You have to say you want it," and I'm like, "What? You have to say you want it." And I'm like, "I want it," and she just like puts it down. I open it up, and I'm like, what is this nightmare? You can't really
that's
hear
a nice one.
It's very quiet. So that's a thing.
That's a thing. So it's going to be a thing in the studio. So I guess the Electrify America and the charging problems were solved.
Yay!
Oh, I turned it off. Yeah, there you go.
Stop!
Anyway. That is enough for the live stream. There will be a proper episode coming later on. I just wanted to let you know that the live charging situation has been fixed, and everyone is.
Gosh.
I mean, seriously, we don't know what to do with these, because the companies very often they'll give you goodie bags with like the press
And
kits.
there's a lanyard.
So you know.
And there's a hat.
You have the lanyard and the hat?
I have the lanyard and the hat.
So
She didn't want any of it. She gave it all to me.
You know, you get little things like this. We have these are the press kits. They are legitimate press kits that you get. I mean, this one is from Schaeffler. It's a really cute press kit, and you get these little, and then they give you all the superfluous stuff in the press kits too. And then you're like, what do we do with this? And there you go. We entertain each other. People complained last time I did one of these videos because I didn't keep it on topic. So I'm going to keep this one on topic. Like, comment, subscribe, support us using the links below. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know next time we're going to do a live stream. It was very important that we held this stream to make sure that the information that we have on our channel is updated, because now obviously there is a fix, and we will be covering it in Friday's TE Roundup show. So until then, thanks for watching. Keep evolving.